So now we are in Jämerä Salmiakki with John. Can you tell us a little bit about this? How was it to build a house in a housing fair?
Well, yeah, for us it was a bit of a challenge because we weren't living in Finland. We moved abroad as a necessity, really, to be able to get the house built. So we were kind of doing it remotely and relying on pictures and friends coming to see things and things like that. So that was a bit of a challenge, but it's been a dream for a long time for us to build in a housing fair. I've lived in Finland before for about 10 years. And I think I've been to 4 or 5 different fairs, and we just thought if we ever get the chance to do it, then we'd have to jump at it. And then when this came around, we were really happy, and it was good because it's kind of building with 12 other people. It helped to have those other people as well to kind of rely on. We have relied on them quite heavily too in different situations to help us get this done.
Can you tell us a bit more about this house?
Yeah, so it's the kind of townhouse concept. It's quite a British thing to have a fairly narrow house where maybe the land prices are quite expensive to have a wide one. So you'd have narrow houses that stretch quite far back. And that's how this is. Typically, they have 3 floors and a basement, but we don't have the basement in ours. And the design was basically based on the maximum width I could get without having any interior walls that supported anything. So for example here, this could be completely open and we didn't have to have any other supports and things. So that was kind of the guiding principle at the beginning, and then the rest of it, we didn't want any corridors and things like that, and we wanted the kind of the space to flow from inside to outside.
So how did you come up with the outdoor spa? I assume that's not something really typical British thing.
Oh,
so
no, you'd be surprised. Lots of people have them, but it wasn't. I've been living in Finland for 10 years anyway. So again, you see these in the fairs. It's from visiting the fairs. That's the main place where we've seen them, and then when you see them, then you want them.
So why Drop?
It just looks fantastic. Like you'll see from the house, I think design is very important to us. It's not just how it functions. We want it to look good as well. And these are the best looking, full stop. They are the best looking on the market that we've seen. Sometimes these kind of spa things can be, a bit ugly, but this is beautiful.
When you decided that you want to have a Drop, how did it go? Like from the ordering it to have it here?
Yeah, really great. So again, we were living abroad, so it was a lot of email communication, and that was really good, backwards and forwards. And obviously with the Messu talking about different having you guys here for this kind of thing as well. That all went really well, and the different options we could have. And then when it was delivered, actually, the first time it was delivered, then there was a problem because they couldn't get it in here. But luckily, one of our neighbours also has a Drop. And so when they came to deliver that one, they were able to lift it in, and then it was in place after that. But again, it's difficult because we were kind of trying to manage this from abroad. So we heard that the pool was here, but then we heard it wasn't here. But then afterwards, of course, because the neighbours had theirs, it was easily solved.
So you have a month left, and the fair is about to start. How excited are you to drop in?
Well, we of course have to give it a test drive before the fair started as well, just to make sure. My children, it was the first thing they wanted to do, so it was quite difficult to get them to do any cleaning in the house. But when I said it was time to clean the drop pool so that we could try it, then they were there, and one of them sat in the the weather wasn't great when we first filled it, and he was just sat here it takes quite a long time to fill, and he was sat with the hose. He wouldn't leave before it was done. So yeah.
Thanks a lot, John.
No worries. Thanks.